There are two fathers. One builds men, the other breaks them. One creates warriors, the other creates wounded boys. One leads with faith, with strength and discipline. The other escapes, blames, numbs, and fades into the background of his own kids' lives. We don't get to avoid this. If you're a man, you're becoming one of these two fathers, whether you like it or not. So the question is simple. What kind of father are you becoming? What kind of legacy are you leaving behind? Build the body, lead the home. Honor God. This is where discipline meets devotion. I'm your host, Connor, and this is the 3F Life. Faith, family, fitness. Let me paint the picture for you. You probably know this man. You may even be him. This is the father that smokes weed every day. He drinks often. He eats fast food 3 times a week or more. He binge watches Netflix and scrolls through social media or plays video games until 2 a.m. He watches porn in secret and chases meaningless sex. He brings different women around his kids. They never know which woman is in the relationship or who's going to be their mom. They just see their father doing this. He has no self-control. He gave up on his dreams. He blames the world. He complains daily. He worships money, status, and pleasure, not Christ. He never hits the gym, doesn't care about his physical health, and he's there in person, but he's not there in the ways that his kids need him to be. A man who can't master himself will never lead anyone else. This is the type of man that doesn't teach. He doesn't lead and he doesn't inspire. He's going to raise 2 types of children. They're either going to become him or they're going to spend their entire lifetime healing from him. Don't be this man. Now the second father. Let me show you what the second father looks like. And he's not perfect, but he's intentional in what he does. He's disciplined and he's well-rooted. He puts Christ first. He prays with his kids. He lives in the Word. He pursues his dreams and goals and doesn't make excuses when he doesn't achieve them. He continues with devotion to continue to pursue those goals. He trains his body physically and he trains his children so that they know the value of being in shape and their health. He teaches skills, confidence, and work ethic. He has full control over his sexuality. He doesn't watch porn. He doesn't have pointless hookups. He courts one woman. He honors her and he models love. He cooks healthy meals. He prioritizes his health with his kids, and they see this. He avoids alcohol. He avoids weed and other worldly dependencies. He's emotionally available. He's present and protective over his kids. He isn't just a provider, he's a leader. It's super easy to just put a roof over your kids' heads, put food on the table, but you're not actually leading them in their lives. You're just being the provider. We don't want to be that man. A father's strength isn't measured by how much he can lift, but by what he carries for his family. And here's the truth that most men ignore. Your kids are not just watching you, they're becoming you. If you raise your son to see you drunk or high every day, that becomes their normal. When they get older, they're going to think that that's okay for them to do as well. If you raise your daughter to see you chasing after women all the time, when your daughter's older, she's going to think that that's how women are supposed to be treated, to be chased by men constantly and have multiple partners. That becomes their love. If you raise your family without prayer, they'll grow up thinking that God's not real and they won't have a relationship with him. Fathers don't just change. They don't just shape childhoods, they shape identities. Fatherhood's your legacy, and your legacy is not a money thing. It's not about money. It's who your kids become when you're not around, and who they become when they walk out into the world and they're adults. And for me, I had really great fathers. My parents separated when I was really young, and they both went on to remarry, so I had a stepdad and a dad, and they're both really good men. And they're men of God. But I think part of becoming a father, because I struggled with a lot of these things that I talk about on this channel. A lot of becoming a father is caring about how do we leave our legacy? Do we do the same things that our parents did and just be content with that? I thought at one point I'd be like content. Like if I'm as good of a dad as my dad, then I'll be happy because I love my dad and he was a great dad. But you're setting the bar at this level. So then if you fail to reach that bar, you're going to be a worse dad than your dad. We should set the bar above where our parents were. We want to be better fathers than the fathers we had. Regardless of how great your father was, we want to be better. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to choose. Will you become the man that makes excuses, escapes into pleasures, and blames the world for his own weaknesses? Or will you be the man who wakes up earlier? He lifts weights, he prays, and he loves stronger because God lives in him. You don't get to opt out of being a father. Your kids are watching. Your sons need to learn how to be a man. Your daughter needs to learn what love looks like. You don't want to show cracks in your armor. And for the world needs fewer boys trapped in men's bodies and more fathers willing to live for something greater than themselves. The future of your home doesn't start with your wife, your kids, or your income. It starts with you. Now, if you enjoy this type of content, personal development, self-improvement, faith-based, please like and subscribe. As always, God bless.